good time to relax my mind. 4 in the morning, I'm all for you. All I need is a sweet dream to return to me. 4 in the morning, I'm all for you. I wouldn't it be cool to just be cool, laying it down like you always.
Hello, today we're on the Powercat Open Camper, and we're just going to show you some features of the first one we're doing. This is a bit of a prototype, and we've had a few new ideas and changed some layout of the original open boat to make it more user friendly and better for families and just general fun on the water, really. So let's have a quick look around and see how things have changed. As you'll remember, the original open boat had a centre console. We've got rid of that and moved to a side console like the Cuddy boat. What we have done is move the side console back a section, so we've got plenty of room up the front, and which gives us the big new feature that none of the other Powercats have got: the full-size bow rider double bed to lie in. It's probably even slightly bigger than a normal double. Plenty of people up here sat sort of sideways, or you do have fourths. I'm 5'10", but yeah, full 6 foot headroom. As easy as that. Slide these pieces out. Where you go, come in. Nice big open area to walk up, stand and sit. Quite a few people in comfort. And all of these pieces do tuck away. The big lockers we've got on this boat, which is a big advantage over the old boat. A couple of big hatches. We've got tons of space under there. All these just drop down through the hatches.
And there's still loads of room for all your kit.
Just drop in there, and like Oriel said, still lots of room, even with the middle panels taken away. Lots of new seating, lots of storage space. Sections that come out to make the seating a bit nicer, more user friendly. As you can tell, I mean, just standing here compared to the old open boat, there's loads of room, lots of place to stand, lots of place to sit, lots of place to enjoy the sunshine. And then at the back, we've got the same sort of big, nice seating area at the back where you can again lounge around. But the advantage of this piece is we've got our new Bimini T-top section going on, so you can have a bit of shade if you want to, instead of being cooked in the sun when it does get a bit hot. So this seat again, same thing as up forwards. It's just a few sections, couple of clips. Sections are away. Again, these fit in the lockers up forwards, so there's plenty of room for those to go in the lockers up forwards. And again, you've got lots of sitting space, enough room to put a little camp table if you want in between here and actually have a chat under the shade from the sun. So yeah, that's a nice little feature.
And does this have canvas as well, Brendan?
It will do in the future. Like I said, this is the prototype one, and this will have canvas coming off this top, and we will have canvas over, so you can sort of tent yourself in completely, and that big bow rider area there becomes a nice big double bed for you to sit on and have a kip, go up a river, nice quiet estuary, and tuck yourself away, anchor up there, nice peace and quiet, and have a camp, and then continue on your journey. No stopping on a beach trying to pitch a tent, worried that you don't know how you get, if you're allowed to camp there, if you're not allowed to camp there, if your boat's gonna drift off in the night and you're not on it to get it back. So the ability to actually stay on board and camp on board is just sort of adds a whole new perspective to places you can go and stay without worrying about campsites and trying to store your boat somewhere and worried about it being on anchor. And
why would you want to stay somewhere else when you've got this to stay on?
Exactly. The nice thing about these carbon pole arrangements we've got at the moment, just some places here you can unclip, and this whole piece slides up, so at the moment you'll see we're slightly crouched down. This is in the lowest setting, so this then comes up another 400, 500 mil, and there's different increments you can set it at, and you can get full standing headroom underneath here, but also have the ability to drop it down when you're on the road, or if you're just in sitting down mode trying to get some shelter, you can have it low and just sit down, chill out, and then if you're out and you want to stand up and things, you can just slide it up. But it doesn't affect the helm too much, so when you are here, I mean, I prefer sitting down and driving anyway in these boats. It's much more comfortable. You don't have to do what you usually do in most ribs and try and take a workout on your knees. You don't have that problem here. But you can sit and reach everything comfortable here. But if you do want to stand up, even in low mode, you can still stand up, see where you're going. You've got good visibility down the side of the boat for parking. It has a Lawrence VHF, which also does AAS receiving and a few other bits. So it's quite a nice little VHF here, because you've got the DSC features, you've got AAS features, so you can see what's around you. We've also got on this boat an Orca GPS navigation system, which you can see up here on this tablet. It's easy enough, you can take it home with you. It's just a clip and undo job, so it's just effectively a tablet. Got all your charts and everything on there. It also integrates with a load of other things. So it integrates with, got a NEMA depth transducer on the back. It can talk to these engines. It can talk to the VHF. So it's got all the features you'd want out of a big expensive system, being all on a tablet. So very simple. We've got a few little features. Obviously we've added another side console, effectively mirrored the console areas. So there is just added little bits of creature comforts that we all like when we're cruising around in boats. So that's you can make yourself a cup of tea. There's a few other things we've done with the space back here. As you remember before, we used to have a big bench seat at the back here, and we used to have the 2 fuel tanks in there. Instead of that, we've used this big space we've got. The fuel tanks are now locked in with this little cleat here, and we've actually got 2 fuel tanks per side. So if you are going away for a big trip and you want to go, if you're in Scotland or somewhere down remote where you can't get access to much fuel, you can take your own extra fuel. It's all stored away nicely. You've not got fuel cans lying around the deck, and you can get double the range that you'd normally get. The last big feature of this one is really the T-top. So we've got a nice big space to keep away from under the sun.
Tell us about the lights then, Brendan.
Waterproof LED lights on the boat. So we've got some LED lights under the bimini. You can make it to the music, or you can just make it flash in random succession, just having it on normal white. And you can also dim on this remote here. It does have a music setting, so if you've got your bass speaker out here, it will illuminate to the bass and flash as your music plays.
You can get the dolphins dancing.
Yes, exactly.
The roof comes with a solar farm to help power up all the instruments as well.
So this is a new addition on our boats that we've been doing. We liked the idea that it's a boat that you're anchoring places and you're up a river, so you're nice and you're your own self-contained. So we sort of went for improving the way you get on and off the boat. What we've got here is a nice 3-rung ladder that tucks up inside this sliding. This ladder tucked up underneath. It's got a nice little strap to hold it in, and yeah, you can slide that out, drop it down, and you've got perfect easy access to the water. So it's just easy, straight down off the boat. You're into the water, and you can go for a swim. So quick one on operation and safety with these boats is there's a few little features of the engines that you need to have a good understanding of, and I'd like to give you a quick run through it. So at the best boat we've got 2 Mariner 60s on the back, but yeah, any of our boats have very similar systems. So when you're towing the boat and things, you've got engine locks, so you push these in, slide them up, and then drop the engines down onto these. That stops the engines being, if anything happens to your ram for lifting the engines up and down, the engines will not drop all the way down. So you can have them up and lock them there. So if you're working on them or you have got them up for any reason, it's really advised to use those locks so things can't fall down while you're using the boat. But also, it's a big reminder that when you are using them, you do need to remember to put them back down, which again is just spin around and they drop out and lock, so they can't spin up on their own when you're in operation using the boat normally. The other main safety feature that you've got to make sure you always use when you're out is the keel cord. They're always red and elastic. They are very easy to fit on these boats, as most ribs are very similar. They're in and push the clip up. This then locks this piece in, and when you do move around, fall off the boat or anything happens, this comes out and engines turn off straight away. When you're using these, try not to put them around your arm. It's always tempting to go, oh, I'll have it around my wrist and everything will be good because I can still do this and that. But then what you do is you come along, you wave to a friend and go, oh, bugger, I've killed my engine and now I've got to untangle myself, put my clip back in. So when you're doing this, it's always advised to always have this clip either around your leg or on your buoyancy aid or life jacket. So always make sure you're wearing your life jacket when you're on the boat anyway. Easiest for most of you is just around your leg. It means you can still stand up, you can still move around, you can still do talking and things, and you can still get around your helm area without it coming off. Make sure you always wear, because they really do save lives. And it should be easy to just sort of come over here, drop off the side, let a load of the chain out, and then tie to the two balconies. Always remember to tie your anchor on before you throw it over the top. And that's to both ends. I've seen it happen on both situations.
But on both ends, I've never seen the anchor end.
So with the whole both ends thing, we were doing a safety boat course, and the guy spent ages telling us to make sure you tie your anchor to the boat before you throw over the side. So he did this, showed us tying the boat, and then threw the anchor outside the boat, not being tied to the piece of rope that he tied to the boat.
Excellent, absolutely brilliant.